Howdy, folks. I need to make a very serious confession, and this confession is that I don't speak English at all, and all my videos are written by ChatGPT. I literally ask ChatGPT to write scripts for my videos, and that's how I work. So, today I decided that I should actually learn how to speak English. So, I kind of found this cool website, this website with random questions, and in this video I intend to just answer 20 or so random questions just to practice my speaking ability, just to practice my comprehension of the language, and you're gonna be seeing it practically live. I think I won't use much montage, there won't be much editing. It will be just like you're just sitting next to me or listening to me talking next to you. So I think we should start. I press start to begin. Okay. The first question: would you rather have by the way, I don't know what these questions are gonna be. I didn't prepare any answers beforehand. So, would you rather have a sports car or a luxury car? I'm not really into cars, to be honest. I don't even have a car. But if I were to choose between these two, I kinda never liked how luxury cars looked. They they're kind of screaming. They're too screaming. I prefer something more humble, something more practical. And I think I'd go with sports car. But again, if you give me any car, I'd take any car because I don't have a car at the moment. Give me a better question, please. Next card. Have you ever visited a court? Oh, actually, yes, I did twice. So I volunteer for this human rights organization that specializes in women's rights, and we often go to court when the hearings are about gender violence, like husband mutilated or killed his wife or ex-wife. So I've been to court twice. Last time was this January. There was a guy who badly mutilated his wife, his ex-wife, if I'm not mistaken. They got divorced, but he couldn't get over divorce, so he just cut her nose, he cut her ears, and the judge was going to give him a very mild sentence, something about 5 years. But we went to the court, we made sure that the criminal got the full sentence available, which was 20 years in the country. So he got 20 years, and I'm glad that we participated in him being imprisoning, because he was threatening his wife, he was sending her messages, even calling from the prison cell, where he shouldn't have cell phone, but probably bribed the guards. I mean, I live in a very corrupted country. So yeah, next question, please. Have you ever cried watching a movie? I cried when I was watching The Green Mile for the first time, when John Coffey was watching the movie before he got executed. Sorry, spoilers, but you know, the book is old, the movie is old. By the way, a fantastic movie, definitely way better than The Shawshank Redemption. I read and watched it both. Shawshank Redemption is a good story for sure, but The Green Mile just touched the deepest strings of my whole being. That was the first time, and the second time was Titanic. No, I'm joking. The second time was when I went to watch Coco in my local movie theater. It was October. No, it was November 2017. I went after high school, after classes. It was such a fantastic experience, to be honest. I never thought that a film would move me, but it actually did. I was staring practically while seeing it. When I rewatched it, it wasn't this emotional, to be honest. Other times when I cried, I certainly did. When I was watching finale of Friendship is Magic, I certainly did. Yeah. But these are two times when I cried watching a movie. I don't usually feel emotional while watching. Next question. Do many people own stocks and shares in your country? To be honest, I really don't know. I don't like this question. I'm not really into economy. I'm really into science and art. I do a lot of coding. I study evolutionary biology just for fun, but I'm not much into economics and stuff. So I don't know. Probably. Who will win the next football soccer World Cup? I'm gonna say Germany. Go Germany. But assuming that my audience is mostly from the US, you probably have no idea who Wirtz or Musiala are. But if you're from the UK, yeah, these guys are great. Germany is gonna win it. I really hope. My favorite club is German, that's Bayern. So let's move to the next question, since half of my audience are from the US, statistically speaking. And most Americans do not watch soccer. What food or drinks do you avoid for health reasons? I avoid fast food. I do not eat fast food. I don't eat burgers. I absolutely do not eat deep fried food. I don't consume French fries. Freedom fries, sorry. I don't eat chips. What else? I try not to eat sweet stuff. I don't eat cakes. I eat pies from time to time, though I really cannot resist eating a slice of cheesecake. Cheesecake is fantastic. It's probably the best thing humanity ever created, was a cheesecake. That thing I cannot resist. It's great. But yeah, again, as I said, chips, fast food, cakes. I do not drink cola. I do not drink any soda. I actually just drink water, to be honest. Water, coffee, and tea, and also try not to eat chocolate. I try to eat mostly fruits. Like banana is fantastic, but sometimes I just cannot resist eating pizza with a slice of cheesecake. It's just amazing. Next question, please. Next question would be question number 7, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. What's the best car you've ever driven or had a ride in? I've driven precisely one car when I was getting my driver's license. And spoiler alert, I did not get it. Yeah, I kind of failed my driving test. And examinators, they were kind of expecting a bribe. I always confuse words bright and bribe. Sorry, they were expecting me to bribe them, but I didn't. So I didn't get my driver's license. I don't even remember what car that was. Some old Soviet car. Next question. Please don't give me any car-related question. Do you think the internet should be regulated to protect children? I think children should be regulated. I mean, there should be certain threshold when I think children should be allowed to enter social media, because because of children, some social media get too kid friendly. Like for example, YouTube. It's not really social media. It's a hosting, not really streaming service. Um, so YouTube on YouTube, you cannot even comment on videos that are about cartoons and stuff because well, cartoons are made for kids. So and no comments are allowed. Comments are disabled. You're not allowed to talk about hard stuff at all. You're not about to talk about serious stuff without getting demonetized, like I tried on this channel a couple of times, and both times I got demonetized. Last time was in May when I was making a video about giving advice how to write dictatorship in your writing, and I was bringing real life examples from different countries, from China to Iran, and the video got demonetized and algorithms didn't recommend this video to anyone. So yeah, I think social media, YouTube and stuff, Reddit should be for more mature people, and it's better for the development of children, for mental development. If children until certain age do not use social media at all, that's my opinion. So the children should be regulated, not the internet per se. Anyway, how do you regulate the internet? Like you can make it absolutely stereo, like Facebook or something. I don't know. I heard Facebook is absolutely safe, but I don't use Facebook, so I wouldn't know. But I know YouTube. There is also a lot of porn online, so how do you protect children from consuming porn? You just won't. Now you can regulate, you can kind of watch over social media like Facebook, Instagram. You can watch over Reddit and YouTube, but when it comes to some illegal sites, websites, which usually post illegal content or porn, you're not gonna do it. How do you decide what books to read? Honestly, I have a list of books that I want to read. I constantly add new books and then go by this list. I try to mix fiction with non-fiction. When it comes to non-fiction, I enjoy reading biology and astrophysics. For example, I'm currently reading The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins. It's a pretty easy book to understand, to be honest. Well, I'm not a biologist, but he tries to explain things using very simple words, very simple terminology. He doesn't use some advanced scientific terminology. He uses very cool, understandable metaphors. I try to read some popular fiction stuff in order to improve, my vocabulary. When I read in English, and I read in English a lot, I try to read in English a lot. The last book I read was it was Looking for Alaska. I can show you. Yes, it's Looking for Alaska by John Green. I cannot say I really like the book. It's certainly a nice story about feelings, about how to cope with the loss. That it's very important to understand each other, to see each other as people with our own problems first and foremost. Like the main character named Miles in this book, he meets this girl, Alaska, at a boarding school where he decides to go when he turns 16. So he sees her as this cool rebel hot girl, but he doesn't see her inside. He doesn't understand her inner problems. And when catastrophe happens, he's just taken aback. So this book teaches us to first and foremost understand each other's problems, and trying to understand each other from the inside, our mental condition. Okay, I can talk about books for ages. Obviously, I like books more than cars. Question number 10 is, what possible future invention do you wish existed now? That's a great question. Instant translator. Like, I watched that episode of the Black Mirror. There was this device. You speak in your language, and this device immediately speaks in the local language. I like. There is also a device in the show Adventure Time that Finn uses to translate what Lady Rainicorn says to Jake. I want something like that. You just attach it here or here. I don't know. For example, you speak in Korean language, and this thing just speaks in English immediately. So you kind of don't need to learn all the languages. You can just communicate with anyone. You can go to Angola, to Indonesia, to Italy, to Honduras, anywhere. You just speak English, or you just speak your own language. Maybe you're from China or Japan, and it translates automatically. I think the device would be absolutely fantastic. We do not have it now, unfortunately, but I think we're gonna have it in the future. It's gonna greatly improve our communication with each other. What do you enjoy shopping for? Books. Definitely books. I order books online. I go to bookstores. I also visit libraries from time to time. Though in my city there aren't really great libraries, unfortunately. I also like going to music stores to check out new guitars. Like I sometimes usually on the weekend I go to the music store, the local one. Just to play some guitar. I take a guitar, I play it, then I say, "Whoa, this guitar is pretty cool. I should buy it someday," and I just leave. Next question: where do you like to shop for clothes? A mall? Just a regular mall? I don't care much about clothing. Like I wear this black short. Absolutely black short with nothingness. But I also order prints from my shorts. Usually I print some animated character to wear it. And yeah. Next question: have you ever thought about becoming vegetarian? It's 12, right? Yes, I did multiple times before. I think I'm gonna become vegetarian someday. I don't really eat much meat at the moment. If I eat meat, it's mostly just some chicken. I don't eat fried stuff. I try to eat less meat. But I'm not sure if I'll ever become a vegetarian. That's certainly a possibility. Should soft drugs such as cannabis be legalized? Yes, it should. It should be legalized. Because, for example, a person wants cannabis, marijuana. That person who wants that will get the stuff anyway. If you legalize cannabis, then a person will be able to just go to the store and to get it, and that's it. Absolutely legal, without problems. Just pay some money and buy, just like we can buy drugs or cigarettes right now. Like, soft drugs are way better than cigarettes and alcoholic drinks. But if it's not legal, the person will go through literal hell, will risk their life, their freedom just to get what they want. So it should be legal, absolutely. I absolutely support it being legal. Just serve it in restaurants, damn it. Can you judge someone by the clothes that they wear? Nah. I usually don't even notice what people wear, unless it's something conspicuous like hijab. When I see a girl wearing a hijab, I immediately try not to communicate with them, because their family are devoted Muslims. They wouldn't like me probably, because I'm a very liberal, progressive person, and religion is like the opposite of being progressive. So I try not to do anything with the person who wears hijab. But if it's not something this conspicuous, I don't care what people wear. What professions are overpaid and underpaid? Underpaid, at least in my country, doctors and teachers. Doctors are paid really well in the US, but teachers aren't, unfortunately. Still underpaid. Teachers should be one of the most prestigious profession in the world, because we won't get scientists, specialists without good school teachers. And underpaid, I mean overpaid. That's definitely athletes, celebrities. Like, athletes are grossly overpaid. That's my opinion. What's the retirement age in your country? In my country, which is Kyrgyzstan, I think for women it's 62, for men 66. It should be equal in my opinion, but okay, I think yes. How will your job change in the future? Currently, I'm preparing for my degree in computer science, so I don't really possess a stable job at the moment. I have a side job which is delivery. I work for a delivery company. I'm a delivery person, courier on a bike. How will it change in the future? Well, I think the AI will be delivering stuff. Like, I saw the video with AI drivers in San Francisco. So the AI will deliver stuff in the future, not real people. AI will be way more reliable in the future. I think it's inevitable. That's why I'm gonna study AI, computer science, by the way. Are you interested in politics? Very, as I already said, I work with human rights organization. It's called Bishkek Feminist Initiatives. It's, as I said, it's a feminist organization, women's rights. I also work with environmental organizations, but I can't really call it political activity. But yeah, I'm very into politics. I try to participate in political life, because if you are not interested in politics, politics will be interested in you anyway. So because people who do not know politics, they don't understand what's going on around them. They usually do not vote, or if they vote, they just vote for whoever their co-workers or parents say. They just don't understand. They stand for nothing. Yes, politics can be pretty mean, unfortunately. There's a lot of crappy stuff involved in politics, but politics is an important, integral, I would say, part of our lives at the moment. And we should not ignore that, especially when so much terrible stuff is going on right now in each country. In some countries more terrible stuff, in some countries less, but nonetheless there aren't any perfect places in the world. I think 2 questions are left. I'm gonna answer 2 more questions and stop. Have you ever thought about moving to a country with a different climate? Yes, of course. Like my country is located in Central Asia, and we got everything. We got really cold winters. We got really hot summers. By the way, in this book, Looking for Alaska, it's set in Alabama, so it's kind of similar. Like the main character Miles describes really hot summer. He cannot survive in his dorm room without air conditioner. He also cannot survive without heater during winter months because it gets really cold. And my country is kind of the same. I really can't live without air conditioner in the summer because it gets super hot. Winter, super chilly. You need like 2 layers of blanket if you don't have a heater. Luckily I have. So I was thinking about moving to country with mild climate, to a place with mild climate. After study, for example, in the US, such place would be California, by far, somewhere along the coast, when it doesn't get too hot, doesn't get too cold. I was thinking about Mediterranean climate, like in the southern France. Like I really prefer something warm, shiny, sunny. I don't really like rain, dull weather. It makes me feel depressed. I want warmth and sun. But I will move in eventually. Trust me. Just need to learn how to speak English first. And the last question. Do you like traveling alone? I prefer traveling alone. Yeah, because you're traveling alone, for example, by the train. You can just sit, you can just watch outside the window, observe the nature. And in this country, the nature is fantastic. There are forests, lakes, rivers, and of course mountains. Mountains are absolutely amazingly gorgeous. They are fantastic. And I just like watching how this beauty of nature just goes by. I like watching, I like listening to music, and it just feels so nice. I don't really like chatting during travel, so traveling alone is like perfect option for me without any other person. So I think this is it. 20 questions, maybe 21. I kind of lost the count somewhere in the middle of the way. I completely lost. But I think it's about 21, 22 questions I answered. So anyway, if you listened to this to the very end, thank you very much for that. And how is my English in your opinion? Is it fine or is it bad? What should I improve? Maybe my grammar isn't really good. I know that my grammar is not great, and I make a lot of mistakes related to grammar, and also my vocabulary is not really great. As you can see, I keep spinning around the same set of words like I do right now, but I'll be trying to improve. So anyway, thank you and see you again. I'll keep making more video essays for you.